Hello, joining us now is Colin Kotelis. He's professor and library web services manager at the college. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
I want to start off with talking about lynda.com, and I want you to explain the changes and the updates that have been made to lynda.com.
Okay. Well, first of all, lynda.com is a product we've subscribed to at the college for a number of years. A couple years ago, LinkedIn bought lynda.com. In the past year, they've drastically changed the branding. So it's important to know for our students that the content is exactly the same. It's technology, creativity, business tutorials that are designed to really support your curriculum at the college and in motion picture television. So again, it's a new branding. It's called LinkedIn Learning, but it's all of the same lynda.com content that you may have been used to in the past.
Okay, and what are the benefits of LinkedIn?
Yeah, I know. Everybody still does it.
Yeah. What are the
So,
benefits?
like I said, especially for motion picture television students, the tutorials that cover technology and creativity are going to be extremely useful. And they support your coursework, your projects, the curriculum here at COD. So as an example, a new version of Premiere Pro comes out.
Right.
You can go to lynda.com, I said it, LinkedIn Learning, and for instance, go to the Premiere Pro tutorials that either cover past versions of Premiere Pro or highlight changes to Premiere Pro.
Okay.
In LinkedIn Learning, tutorials, again, they're video tutorials, are generally 2 to 4 hours in length.
Right.
But they are not designed for you to sit down, get a cup of coffee. I'm going to watch this through. I'm going to watch 4 hours.
Right.
They're nicely chunked up into chapters and sections that are generally 2 to 4 minutes each that focus on a specific task or something you need to achieve with the technology or with the software. So you can really focus in on what it is you're trying to learn. Another advantage of LinkedIn Learning is that the tutorials are accompanied by exercise files. So you can work on real-world projects as you're learning or apply them to current projects. So for instance, if you are going through an Illustrator tutorial, there'll be AI files that you can download and work on along with the tutorial. The other advantage is once you create an account, there is a record of what you've completed, what you've watched, so you can refer back to certain tutorials, or you can work your way through whole tutorials bit by bit.
Right.
The final advantage that came with the purchase of Lynda via LinkedIn Learning is that you can optionally tie your LinkedIn account to your LinkedIn Learning account. And what that'll allow you to do is in your LinkedIn profile display badges showing work you've created or skills you've gained through work in LinkedIn Learning.
Oh, that's good.
But I guess the biggest advantage is for COD students, faculty, and staff, LinkedIn Learning is absolutely free. If you are a professional working on your own, a personal LinkedIn Learning subscription is generally, I think, $20 to $25 a month. Right. But as a student here, it is a free service. And it's kind of an industry standard, so it exposes you to and gives you access to kind of the type of learning tool you're going to use throughout your career.
Right. So what I would say, is from my experience, when we were on Final Cut Pro and we were switching over to Adobe Premiere Pro, and I ended up using this site to teach myself the changes that I would be, needing to know for the course. And it was great because they also have this section where it has like a transcript.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
so
that's really wonderful.
You have a transcript that you can follow along with, and the transcript also allows you to do specific keyword searching, because when you search for videos, it searches the transcript. So if you are looking for something very specific, your searches can often focus, bring back the exact section you need because of that transcript.
Yeah, and the other benefit again is as you said is it's free to COD students. So if I come to COD and during my 2 years here, which is typically how long students are on campus for, and I set up an account, when I leave COD, does that stay with me, or at some point will I lose access to the account?
You will lose it at some point.
Okay.
At this point, we're lucky enough where we don't need to have a strict cutoff.
Okay.
Like, you walk at graduation, your LinkedIn account is
Right,
gone.
right.
We don't have a specific cutoff date at this point, but it is nice to know that your LinkedIn account does continue for an indeterminate amount of time after you take classes at COD. Generally, as long as you have a valid email account, your LinkedIn, your valid DuPage.edu or COD.edu email account, your LinkedIn account will stay active.
Okay, and the one thing I always tell students too is, obviously we're here to teach you Adobe Premiere Pro, and that's why we send you to this site, but there are so many other things that you can find on this site that will help you throughout your studies in the motion picture television department as well as other areas of the college.
Absolutely. In addition to the technology and creativity tutorials, so the technology focuses a lot on coding, web development, things like that, whereas the creativity is more design, graphic design, photography, videography, things like that.
Right.
There's also a lot of business tutorials and productivity, how to beat procrastination,
Right.
how to prepare for a job interview, things like that. And we push it to, technology has entered every discipline now. If you're in a speech class, maybe you have to put together a presentation or a video. What can I do in PowerPoint?
Right.
How do I get started as a video editor in a simple way? So there's tutorials for that. So it really does have benefit for whatever it is you're studying.
Right.
And I should add, you were kind of getting at it, the tutorials are updated frequently. So they generally keep pace with new versions of software and with emerging technology, emerging hardware. So you can often count on that.
Okay.
And the people that produce the videos and star in the videos are industry experts with lots of knowledge. So not to say I have a 13-year-old that does great technology tutorials posts them to YouTube, but these aren't your typical YouTube tutorials. They're well structured, they're well produced, they have the full text transcripts, they have the exercise files, things like that, and they keep up to date.
Okay.
So that's definitely an advantage with LinkedIn Learning.
Okay, well, I have my computer here, and we're going to
Okay.
walk through the steps for a new student to create an account. So as you go through this, if you want to just describe what they would be doing, and then we'll be
Absolutely.
showing them along the way.
So where you want to start is the library homepage. You can get to the library homepage from the college website by, the easiest way from the college website is to go through these cards and click on the library link in the footer of every page in the site. Once you get to the library website, scroll down, and there will be a large blue banner that says LinkedIn Learning. Click on that, and it talks about how to create an account for people who have never had an account, for those who may have a legacy lynda.com account. But for new students, you've kind of got the easiest process because you can click the second option that says, I need a new LinkedIn Learning account. Click on that link and enter your email. Now, this is really important. You need to enter a DuPage.edu or COD.edu email account. We have a lot of students that forget that their account is at DuPage.edu and they enter COD.edu.
Yes.
So enter your student email, click Verify Email, and then log into your student email account.
Follow up on that. Does it have to be on campus? Because at one point it did.
At one point it did, now you can do it from anywhere.
Okay.
So you do not have to be on campus to complete your account.
Okay.
And then from that point, you click on the verification email and choose a password and you're done.
Okay.
From there, you can, once you have your account, you can access LinkedIn Learning from anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay.
And you can either go directly to the LinkedIn Learning website to log in or use that link on the library homepage.
Okay, well, this is great information, and I appreciate that. I wanted to just follow up with another great tool and opportunity for students that they have on campus, and that would be the Media Lab. And I just wanted you to explain a little bit about what the Media Lab is for students who may be interested in that.
Yeah, the Media Lab, I think, is an incredible resource to
Yes.
all COD students and especially motion picture television students. The Media Lab is located on the lower level of the library. It is open whenever the library is open, so
Okay.
including weekends and nights. The Media Lab has approximately 11 workstations that are, high-powered Macs with the expected video, imaging, multimedia editing suites,
Okay.
the full Adobe Creative Cloud suite, things like that. In addition to those editing stations, we really tried to create spaces where you can produce media.
Okay.
So we have 2 ISO booths for recording audio, whether it's music, podcasts, whatever. And then we also have relatively large video production studio that's completely isolated, green screens, lighting, various cameras that you can check out and use. So you can work with staff to create a custom configuration for that video production area, as well as the audio production areas. Those workstations and the audio and video production studios can be booked ahead of time through the lab website, which is available from the library website. We also have equipment that can be checked out and leave the library, which includes light, microphones,
Camera gear.
DSL camera gear, and we're constantly upgrading that. In addition to that, as MPTV students, you're all pretty technologically savvy.
Right.
But the lab is, whenever it's open, it's booked with, it's staffed with experts that can help you with the software, with the hardware, using the spaces. And again, absolutely free, no cost to students, and it's open whenever the library is open.
If you live in the community and you have that library card in District 502, can you still have access to it?
That's a gray area.
That's a gray area.
We built the lab specifically to support students.
Okay.
But when we have capacity, we'd be more than happy. We work with faculty and community members.
Okay.
So it's not a hard, fast rule. Definitely, we give priority to students and student work.
Right. Okay. Well, I thank you again for coming and talking about both the newlynda.com, the LinkedIn Learning, and the Media Lab. And I just want to let people know, if you have that opportunity to check out the Media Lab at COD, it's a great resource on campus. Again, they're going to have a little bit more extended hours than what we're going to have in the motion picture television department because of the weekend hours. And also, check out the LinkedIn Learning. Am I saying that correctly?
Right.
I still want to say
I know.
lynda.com. LinkedIn Learning to get access to the tutorials because they're going to really help you out throughout your learning here in the motion picture television department. Thank you again.